Welcome to the recipe. I am your host, the Red Knight, and you're now tuned in to the NX podcast. I want to thank everybody for tuning in live because I know y'all could be watching this by yourselves anywhere else. Actually, I don't even know where the stream is right now for this podcast because it's not up yet, but I'll get it obviously before it goes up and we'll be on time for sure. But yeah, thanks everybody for tuning in. Shout out to everybody who tuned into the patron exclusive NX Podcast Extra, which I did 2 days ago, talking about today's event and all of the nonsense going on surrounding today's event. Today is the day that it all gets settled, it all gets wrapped up, done with. And yeah, the game you're seeing right now, let me just mention, it's Jusant, which is right now available in Game Pass. It's been for a while. And yeah, I am showing the beginning of the game here, but I actually finished the game and started playing Ravenlock now, which is awesome. And y'all see that, in the podcast in the coming weeks. But yeah, Jusant is, to me, a special game. It's all about climbing, but the way they handle climbing is amazing with the left and right triggers. Super damn cool. I mean, super damn cool. You should definitely give it a shot. It's not super long. It took me about, I want to say 3 hours around there, maybe 3 hours, 10 minutes, something like that. And yeah, it's really, really, really good. Like, really good. Like, I love this game. I really do. And I wish that they would do a sequel. I thought that they were super creative with how they handle climbing. And you'll see it, throughout the gameplay. Well, after the podcast airs, I'll bring back the gameplay. But yeah, I thought this game was amazing. Uh, Duke Togo said Jusant was in the top 3 best games I played last year. Listen, I can't say you wrong. Like, this is a really good game, and it is a really good. I played it this year, so it's one of the best games I played this year. But shout out to Ipsta, shout out to Dutogo, who I just mentioned, Digital Green Tea. Liking those NX visuals, I appreciate that. We got Jack Gates listening at work. Let's have a show. I mean, yeah, things are about to change today, right? Things are about to change. So let's see what actually happens. So yeah, Ipsa said I'm ready to possibly see another nail put in the coffin of the hobby I've enjoyed for 30 years. Nah, Xbox ain't going nowhere. I don't think we got to worry about that at all. I want to play Jusant and finish it the same day I play it. Digital Green Tea says, and yeah, you could definitely do that. We got like 5 minutes left, so you know what? Let's do this because I was gonna wait till after, but we got a little bit of time left. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pause this Jusant gameplay, and then I'm gonna play this right here. That new trailer that dropped yesterday. I don't know about y'all, but I'm excited for this game. For some reason, let me tell you, I went to pre-order this on Walmart yesterday, and they don't have day one delivery. So I'm like, is this sold out? Because that's crazy. But Best Buy still got it up. They got their little pre-order exclusive. I'm debating on getting that because right now Walmart ain't showing nothing. But I was holding out for Walmart to have like a pre-order incentive like they have for Tears of the Kingdom, like they have for Pikmin 4, like they have for Mario Wonder. I like the goodies that come with the Walmart pre-order. It's like you getting a special edition without getting the special edition. But this game looks amazing. We got Superhero Peach right here, Mighty Peach. We got Mermaid Peach, you know what I'm saying? Like, which is awesome to see her, and all these different designs, which brings me to the point I always make. The next Smash Brothers game, bro, I cannot accept them being, you know, these old ass versions of the characters. Like, these characters have done so much cool stuff, in the last decade, and Smash Brothers is stuck in what 25 years ago versions of these characters. Yeah, I'm gonna let that play one more time. Yeah, but I'm definitely, you know what I'm saying, like really, really looking forward to this game. I think all these different gameplay elements are cool as hell. Her ice skating, I always like the ice skating in Mario Galaxy. Um, yeah, man, like this game is super exciting to me personally. Can't wait for it. Yo, there's still nothing in my sub box of this podcast yet. That's weird. So, oh yeah, yo, it's funny. Digital Green Tea said peaches, 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 and I was saying like, how, like, yo, I would put that either the beat or the actual song playing somewhere in this game. That song was so popular. You got a Peach game coming out that looks this great. Like, let's go. So far we got 10 costumes already revealed, and they all look awesome, as you can see right here. Look at, come on. You got the sword fighter, the ninja. Then you got it was the ninja, it was karate. Those are all different ones. Yeah, it's crazy. Is Xbox really gonna drop this at 3 o'clock without making it like a actual premiere? Because if that is the case, that's weird. But we gonna wait. Don't worry, I'm looking. We ain't gonna be no delay, unless it's a delay on their part. Duke Togo asks what game he should play next between Psychonauts 2, Plague Tale Requiem, and Senua's Sacrifice. Wait. Senua's Sacrifice, that's the next one? If that's the next one, I would say not that. If that makes sense. Not that. Because that's a while from now. That's in May. So if you're talking about the first game, I would say, yeah, play the first game right now. Why not? Before the sequel comes out. But then Psychonauts 2 I beat. That was mad fun. I started Requiem, but haven't finished it. The original game was mad fun. I don't even know. I can't even tell you which Senua game is which Plague Tale game is which. It's Plague Tale Innocence and Plague Tale Requiem. Requiem is the second game, right? Yeah. Yeah, Saga's the next one. Oh yeah, Sacrifice was the first one. There you go. So yeah, play the first one for sure. I would say play that now. That's super short. You could beat that game in 2-3 hours. So I would go with that one. If it were me. I started Ravenlock because I heard it was short, and I've been wanting to play it because I loved Echo Generation. Still nothing in the feed. It's 2:58. Let's see. But yeah, that's another good game, man. Ravenlock. But this game is super cool. Like, yo, I be climbing crazy fast in this game. And you're gonna see it like right from the start. Like I just be left trigger, right trigger, left trigger, right trigger. I be moving. And it was really well done too. The way you could go different paths to climb up stuff. Like hooking yourself and then climbing. And then you had to make more because if you didn't, you would run out of like rope. Which only happened to me, I'm gonna say, like in 2 areas in all the gameplay. Oh yeah, when I saw the trailer, I said that too. I said, damn, it's sad that they don't got amiibos for these, because these Peach amiibos, I feel, would have made a killing for all of these different costumes. And I don't think those are all of them. I think that there's definitely gonna be, more. I definitely don't think that's all of them. Still nothing. What time we got? 2:59. All right, we got 2:59. 2:59. Make sure I got this headset on the right way. All right, cool. I'm assuming this thing is about to pop up in the feed. All right, it's 3 right now. I got nothing. Yo, what is going on? All right, here we go. Here we go. I'm going to pause this, and we're going to switch now to the Xbox podcast.
Hello and welcome to the official Xbox
And I'm going to try to be
podcast.
quiet through a lot of this so
I'm
we can
Tina
all hear
G,
it
and we have
together.
a very special episode today, as you can probably tell by
The
the fact
moment
that
of
I'm joined by
truth.
Phil, Sarah, and Matt. Welcome. And we're going to talk about some updates at Xbox. We want to talk about game exclusivity.
Oh, the
We wanna
doom
talk
and
about
gloom gonna
Activision
start
Blizzard,
right
that they're
now.
part of our portfolio, how that might be an impact on Game Pass. And we want to talk about hardware, too, and how all of this fits into the strategy at Xbox. So where should we start, Phil?
Well, when we originally had planned for the show, starting back in December, I think we probably would have started with Activision Blizzard, maybe talked a little bit about the exclusivity with some of the news coming up, and then hardware. But we've had some unforeseen news that has come out. So let's just go and tackle the exclusivity question, because I know it's on the minds of a lot of people. We hear from the community, and that's an important input for us. So we made the decision
So it
that we're going
begins.
to take 4 games to the other consoles, just 4 games. Not a change to our kind of fundamental exclusive strategy. We're making these decisions for some specific reasons. We make every decision
Game by
really
game
with the
basis, which they
long-term
said
health of Xbox
before.
in mind. And long-term health of Xbox means a growing platform, our games performing, building the best platform for creators, reaching as many players as we can. We're always looking to learn as a leadership team and to grow. And we think this
So
is an
far, nothing
interesting,
different than
exciting time
Ori,
for us to use what some of the other platforms have
Minecraft,
right now to help grow our franchises. So we're
Call of Duty.
So these 4 titles, what are they? Can you say?
I'm not going to name those games. The teams that are building those games have announced plans that are not too far away. As we know, game teams put a lot of energy into their announcements.
So no transparency on that right
I don't
now.
want to take anything away from
So
those
people still gonna be
teams.
Sky's falling
So I
4
won't be
games.
talking about the titles specifically, but I think when they come out, it'll make sense.
Can we say if either of those titles are Starfield or Indiana Jones?
They are not Starfield or Indiana Jones.
Well,
All right, that's
what was the
at
criteria
least
and how the team was thinking about selecting those
something.
4 titles?
Let me start a little bit outside of that, and then I'll get to the 4 specific games that we're talking about right now. Because the fundamental decision driver for any decision that we make, anything we're going to talk about today,
I'm still waiting for the new information. You feel me? Because that's not.
that we're running a
To me,
growing
that's just that's a
platform
nothing
that
burger. You know what I mean? Like,
more players, that our games are having as much success as possible. And I do have a fundamental belief that over the next 5 or 10 years, exclusive games that are exclusive to one piece of hardware are going to be a smaller and smaller part of the game industry. And that's not some great insight.
It's
If
not.
you look at the last 10
Sony
years,
just said,
it's the biggest
we going
piece,
multi-plat.
right? It's a natural place. Whether
Sony
it's
said,
one console and
we
PC,
can't do it on one
multiple
console.
consoles, mobile console and PC, you see big games landing on multiple platforms. And we want to be a great platform for creators that are trying to realize that potential. But now back to the specifics of the question.
I'm hoping just that the games are multiplayer games, like Towerborn. Like, I can see that on everything. Nintendo, that'll kill. It's like Streets of Rage, 4 players running around. PlayStation, like, yeah, everywhere. PC.
A couple of the games are community-driven games, new games that kind of first iterations of a franchise.
Yeah, see?
that have
Sounds like a
reached their full
Towerborn.
potential, I'd say, on Xbox and PC. There's always growth. Franchises that we obviously want to continue to invest in. Part of having the ability to continue to invest is that the businesses behind those franchises continue. We think it's important that these service-based games that have communities behind them, that they can have confidence that they're going to exist in the future. So 2 of them, kind of community-driven games that will end up on other platforms and give us the ability to continue to invest in them. We think that's great for the business and great for the communities, more players to play with. I'd say 2 of the other games are smaller games that were never really meant to be built as kind of platform exclusives and all the fanfare that
Is that a
goes around
Pentiment?
that. But games that our teams really wanted to go build, that we love supporting.
It's crazy how the media always makes it where Xbox got to come out and do this shit. And it's usually nothing. And it's always good stuff for us, the customers. All the things that people try to, like, paint them in the negative. But yet, yesterday was mum's the word. Where the energy at? Where all the videos at? Where the sky was falling at? From the ones who cried the most about exclusives. I'm still flabbergasted by it. No, I'm really not, because I'm not surprised. I always expect, them to act like that. Because it's fake, it's
other platforms have.
these dudes are PlayStation fans first, then gamers second. That's the difference. And I think most other gamers on other platforms
I think
are gamers first,
there is
and then fans of the platform
story for us of introducing Xbox franchises to players on other platforms to get them more interested in Xbox. We think there's a good brand value for Xbox there. So 4 games, no promise beyond that. So if you're on those other platforms and you see these 4 games coming, please don't take it as some signal that everything's coming. It's not. And we're going to learn.
So when you are thinking about the future and this concept of live service games, games that can benefit from bigger audiences, new audiences, how does that apply to future?
Oh yeah, they're gonna twist his words starting immediately after,
really no
and they're gonna
fundamental
continue with their
change to
rumors.
how
And it's
we
like,
think
bro,
about
like, you gonna believe rumors over what they just
It was an awesome show. Where we
said on the show. I'm going off what they
Xbox
actually do, what they
and
actually
PC
show. Everybody with the skies
really
falling,
make
people
them
running and selling their
accessible to
consoles. Why they wasn't selling their PlayStation? Go and get a Beast
So it's
PC. You
just
get
kind of-
Xbox,
we're
you get
really
PlayStation
focused on
games,
a
and
couple
I promise you this:
platforms that show up there.
PlayStation said they got no games
But
till
our
2025.
key
And I'm gonna shut up
of
real quick because
play
they
the games
talking.
you want with the people you want,
But
anywhere you want, when
I
anybody
promise you,
plays,
everything
when
after
everybody plays,
that's
we all
coming,
win.
you know,
I
when they
think it's
start
been
releasing
part of our
games again,
strategy
Sony,
for years, and we'll
everything is gonna be
continue
day and
to
date.
do.
It's not like, oh,
Our
5 years
focus
from now.
is
No,
on how
everything
do we
starting
continue to
now
grow the
is being
games
developed
industry
day
by
and date
reaching
with
more
PC.
players in more places,
That
and
waiting
how do we
years,
grow
it ain't gonna
Xbox
happen no
as
more.
part of that?
I
Xbox is a
bet.
hardware platform. Xbox is a publisher of great games, and Xbox as a platform for the world's best creators.
And then knowing that, how do we think about our first-party games and Game Pass?
Yeah, well, to build on what Phil just said, one thing I would add, when you were talking about growth, is just that we've sort of seen this inversion over the last 5 years where it used to be that the platform was the biggest thing.
That's right.
And the games would sort of tuck in within the platform. Today, big games like a Roblox or a Fortnite could actually be bigger than any one platform. And,
We've been
that
talking about
really
this on the
has changed
podcast,
the
right?
way
Fortnite
we
is a
think about
platform.
things. So in
Nintendo
the
one
midst of
day
all that,
is going to support
I
the
think
the platform,
first
even though
party
they
can
might
come
not
back
have
to sort of some core
Mario running
principles.
around shooting and
First,
shit
that
in
all of
Battle
our
Royale
games will
mode.
be on the Xbox platform. Second, all of our games will go into Game Pass on day one. And third, we know that Game Pass will only be available on Xbox. So there's sort of starting points for us. As Phil mentioned, there are games today that you can play that only can be found on Xbox. And at the same time, we want to bring more of our games to more players. So we're going to continue to look at that. Kind of moving aside, though, from some of those and thinking more about what does it really mean for the player, to me, the two key things are cross-play and cross-save. Those things allow us to deliver on the promise of Xbox, which is play with your friends where they are, play on the devices you want, play the games you want. So that is really only possible at a practical level when you know that your saves and your player are going to be able to move across all those parts. So not all of our games today are necessarily built to take advantage of that. There still will be some games that don't. As we bring more teams into the Xbox family, there's some catch up to do as we get there. But that cross-play, cross-save is like so fundamental to what we're doing, and I think is something that we as first party get such a good benefit from being so close to the platform.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's one of the things, like you said.
Dude, I opened
all of our games are always in Game
I was in a
Pass.
party
And so I'm
on
excited to
Fortnite on
announce,
Series
with
X.
the coming together that
Turned
we
off the
have
Series
Activision
X.
Blizzard games,
Turned
and
on my
Activision
PC. I
Blizzard
did it in
games
this
are
order.
coming to Game Pass.
Open
starting with
Epic,
Diablo 4 on
open
March 28th,
Fortnite.
which I'm super
When the
super
game
excited
opened,
to
it just
share
threw me
today.
directly into the party. I
And
didn't
it's
do
all
nothing. I
part
was
of
still
our
in there.
commitment to
I was
make
like, that's crazy.
the Xbox experience and the games that we build as widely available as possible. So now the 34 million Game Pass members can all enjoy the fantastic experience of Diablo 4.
So Diablo coming?
To the point,
I've been
Phil, you
talking a
mentioned
lot
at
of
the
shit.
top,
My
this
bad.
isn't really a change in
That's
strategy
big.
for
I wanna
us.
play
Can
that.
you recap for me how it isn't?
Yeah, and I thought both Matt and Sarah did a really nice job of talking about what we're doing on Xbox, where we're going. You know, if you take a platform feature like Xbox Play Anywhere, which has been a promise that we've made on our first party games,
Which I
that you
love.
can buy our game once, you're going to
And you get it
play
on
across
both.
Xbox and Windows. I think we're the only platform that does this. That makes it possible for you not only to play with your friends wherever they are, but to know that you actually have
Dude,
multiple
quick resume,
entitlements to the games. I think
backwards
that's,
compatibility,
a
forward
technology I'd love to
compatibility,
see
auto
more
HDR, all that stuff they do is
but
why
it
I'm gonna
is
stick to the
this
Xbox
view
ecosystem. Plus,
that
again,
people are going to play Xbox
their first
in
party
multiple places.
is only second to
Whether it's
Nintendo.
play the games you want with the people you want, anywhere you want. Whether it's content community and cloud, whether it's when everybody plays, we all win. Like we've had different taglines, different strategy, kind of words that we've used, but always with this view that Xbox is a platform for creators who want to reach the most players. Our investments in xCloud, our investments in franchises like Minecraft and now Call of Duty and other large franchises so that we learn how to build those. This has been a strategy that we've been on.
I just watched that trailer for the indie game where you gotta
it's
like,
not about one device.
I don't know,
It's
like
not
put
about games
like
and
furniture or
service
your
of a
clothes away. It's coming to
device,
Game Pass
but
soon.
rather the devices
And
that people want to play on should be in
There was
service
again the
of
best part
making
about
the
being in
games
Game Pass,
available
being in the
to
cloud, is now
everyone.
there's a mobile version. We got touch controls, and
Because
there you
really
go. The
a
game
healthy
isn't on mobile, but
creator
now it
community
is,
on Xbox
thanks to
and
it
a
being on
healthy
Game
creator
Pass. I'm like,
community in gaming
that's what
going
he's
up
talking about. It
is
gives
the
him
thing that
just
all of
an
us as
easier
game
route
players
to
should
go
be
about
building for,
getting in
because
more
that's the
players'
thing that will
hands.
lead to the best long-term success and growth.
Meeting them wherever they are.
And my understanding, just from listening and learning from you three over the past few weeks, just understanding what's happening with Xbox, is that
Not
we see
unpacking,
trends with
it's a
player
game like
behavior
that.
where people are
They just
playing on
recently
multiple
uploaded
devices.
that
is
too on the Xbox
reality.
channel,
And
like
we
last
have
week.
put some games out on multiple
Late last week.
platforms before. So my understanding is that that's been good for players. How does that come back to the business with all of that in mind?
Yeah, as you said, we have shipped games on other platforms. In fact, realistically, if you look with the addition of Activision and Blizzard and ZeniMax,
All those games
we're
are
one
on
of
other
the largest
platforms.
game publishers on PlayStation. We're one of the largest publishers on the Nintendo Switch, especially when you put Minecraft into the equation as well. And now we're one of the largest publishers on mobile platforms as well. And that's not something that we want to back away from. We want to continue to be building great games that millions and millions of
Like, they ain't
people
trying to
love,
cut off those
and
funds.
that
They
can
bought
play
them
those
because
games
of
where
how
they wanna
popular
go
they are. That's what I
play.
said. A lot
But
of stuff
we
is
do
going to stay
understand the
multi-plat.
business success that Xbox has to have. Us as leaders in this business, the system today, the system that all companies that we play video games from, is a world of you got to be growing your business. Growth in our Xbox business is critical to the long-term health of Xbox. Many people know I've been on Xbox for over 20 years, and I want to make sure Xbox is in the best position for the next 20 years. That means healthy player community, healthy creator community, and healthy business. So when we look at opportunities to allow more people to play, more people to engage, more people to buy, more people to subscribe, it's all about putting Xbox in the best position. And our hardware is a critical component of that. The absolute best experience somebody has on Xbox is hardware that your team builds and that people play on. But that's not going to be everybody. We fully accepted that we're going to have Xbox players across all kinds of devices.
So I think a lot of people think about 2023 as this incredible year for gaming, and in a lot of ways it was. There were some really amazing releases that I think we all enjoyed. But what were the signals behind the scenes that maybe indicated how we wanted to look at the future of Xbox and how we kind of keep up with the industry?
Yeah, such a good question. And I think it's, as people who care about the industry, which I assume is people who are watching this, it was an amazing year. Some great launches, some of the games that I think will stand the test of time and people will be talking about a decade from now.
Facts.
But it's an industry that didn't really grow. And what happens when an industry doesn't grow? You end up with some job eliminations, which we had. We had even our own hard decisions to make about building a sustainable business for ourselves, but in no way were we alone in that.
It's always funny hearing now
When you
with
think about
the
a
amount of
healthy
money
industry,
that
I want
they
players
make.
to believe
It's
that they'll
wild.
find the best games on the platforms that they love. I want people who invest their careers in working here.
It's crazy how business always got to grow, right? They can't just never be
successful.
sustained.
And that really is down to being part of an industry that is growing. If you listen to Lisa Su, the AMD CEO, she'll say that AMD-powered consoles are likely to decline in 2024. I think there's an amazing set of games coming in.
Sony said they had the ladder already at a
Don't
PS5.
get
I'm like, bro, y'all ain't even come out with
as an
nothing.
industry, the industry will
And these are the
struggle.
same dudes who used to
And
choke
today
down the
there's really
Wii U.
two choices on how do you grow the industry. Do you say I have a fixed number of
And that
players, the
lineup
players
is
that we have
put that up
today,
against
do I find
PlayStation
new
5
ways to
exclusives.
monetize
Games
those
that are
players
not
to make more
available
money
on PlayStation
from
4.
the players that I have?
Go.
Or
You
do you
lost.
think about how do I expand the business I have by finding new players and adding those to the base of players that already play. Our focus on Xbox for the last decade has really been on that latter point of how do we make sure Xbox is growing for our players, growing for our creators, so those people are finding
I just want to be
success,
clear.
on our platform,
Diablo
which will
and Game
grow the
Pass,
Xbox business
Indiana
and put
Jones
Xbox in a position
exclusive
to be very strong for
to
years and decades to come.
Xbox and
Matt, earlier
PC.
you were talking about these growing gaming communities.
Same
how
with
they're
Starfield.
incredibly large, and comparable
Confirmed.
on such a
If you hear
different
rumor
level
today
when you
saying,
think
"Oh yeah,
about
that's just for
console
now,"
audiences.
things could
Like you
change
mentioned
later. Like,
Roblox,
bro,
mentioned Fortnite. So
you can say that
how
about
do we-
anything.
We're obviously
Like
thinking
about
our
anything. I could say
responsibility,
tomorrow
our
Nintendo's
hardware
just gonna decide, you know what, we don't want to make no new
supporting the
console.
growth of gaming
Switch was our last
communities.
one. We
How has
out.
that actually
Peace.
shown up for the players? Are there
Sounds
other games
ridiculous,
you can
right?
speak to
It's the
from
same
off
amount of
the bat?
ridiculous.
Well, as Phil mentioned, I mean, two of the biggest ones for us, Call of Duty and Minecraft, I mean, they are driven just from the bottom up by the communities of people that play those games, which is so great. I think about it for the player community, it comes down to where are the friends, where are the people you play with, and then equally important is where have you built up your library of games, right? Where have you invested? Where's that library? I think those two things probably are some of the biggest influences on where people choose to play and what devices they choose to
Absolutely.
play.
Yeah.
When we think about, on the other side, the developer side, just any game developer wants their game to find the biggest audience possible. That's just the nature of building a game. You want people to enjoy and participate in what you've made.
You make
And
a
I
song,
think
you want people to
we're
hear it.
in
You make a
unique
movie, you want people to hear it. It's
position
only
to
in
deliver
video
on that
games
just because we
where
are the
dudes be
platform.
clutching
We've built
their
hardware,
games and
we've
using
got
that as part of
first-party games
their
group, and then we've
their
got a system that ties that together,
whole
that brings
being,
together your friends,
and then
your
cry if
progression,
something
your
is
achievements, all
available
of that. I
elsewhere.
think that's really
Or
what
he's
has
one of my favorite
contributed to
games.
the momentum
It's
behind
one of the
some these
reasons why I even
games.
bought an
Yeah,
Xbox One
absolutely.
X
I
and
mean,
jumped
when you
back
look at
into
just
Xbox
step
after
back
the
and
countless
look at the
Red Rings of
history of
Death.
the industry, we've
Like,
moved from a place where it used to be that someone
it's
built
crazy.
and launched a game
And it was
to
on
accelerate
Nintendo.
hardware.
And as a
to
Nintendo fan,
actually
it
the
didn't bother me. I was
things
like,
we
cool,
do
makes
with
sense.
our hardware and with our
There's a lot of
platform
Nintendo fans who
are
like
all
that
in
genre.
service of making those games bigger. And we think about that across all of the investments we make, the consoles we build, the investments we do with things like crossplay, cross progression, the things that we're doing with cloud. How do we actually give more options to game creators so they can have the greatest success? I think one of the fun recent examples about this is actually Power World. You know, Power World was able to launch, they were a game preview, they launched in Game Pass, they also simultaneously launched in Steam. And through the combination of those things, you know, Pocket Pair was able to have this outsized success, and it was the largest third-party Game Pass launch ever. And that's all because we give creators options on how they can launch their games. We've got subscription, we've got retail, we've got free-to-play, we've got game preview, we have the consoles, we have our experience on PC, and they can access all of those things. And when we step
And
back
launch at
and we
once.
just
That's
look
the
at
crazy part.
performance of our platform all up, we know it's working. We're at the highest level of users on console, the highest level of users on PC, the highest level of users on cloud ever. We have double-digit growth rate on PC and cloud, places where we're enabling creators to actually reach new players beyond the console ecosystem. And that's why we're leaning into it.
That's what I'm saying. And a lot of people act like, yeah, it's three pillars. No, it used to be three pillars. And PC was like a thing that only like the most hardcore of hardcore gamers did. But now that shit is casual. There's kids with like, yeah, I don't got a console, I got a PC. Like that's a normal thing now because of VR headsets, because of multiple reasons. Steam, ownership. Some people, I could get everything on PC, then why get a PlayStation? Why get an Xbox? If I could get Spider-Man and Starfield on one thing.
Great on our hardware, but
And it's only the dinosaurs on the internet who don't want to see the bigger picture of the gaming industry.
Because of all the other investments we make. So we're giving them an easy way to access as many players
That's
as
what Sony like.
possible.
Now we
And
gonna eat on
more
PC.
creators right now building for Xbox than ever before by nature, thousands of them by nature of those investments. And we got more to come. There's some exciting stuff coming out in hardware that we're going to share this holiday, and we're also invested.
They
in
just
the
announced
next
new hardware.
generation roadmap. And what we're really
They're gonna
focused on
announce
there
new
is
hardware this
delivering
holiday.
The largest technical leap you will have ever seen in a hardware generation, which makes it better for players and better for creators and the visions that they're building.
Hold on. Let me throw that back. Just a little bit.
Many players as possible. And we actually have more creators right now building for Xbox than ever before by nature, thousands of them by nature of those investments. And we got more to come. There's some exciting stuff coming out in hardware that we're going to share this holiday. And we're also invested in the next generation roadmap. And what we're really focused on there is delivering the largest technical leap you will have ever seen in a hardware generation, which makes it better for players and better for
You know, that's
creators and
the
visions
console that I'm gonna
they're
get, right?
And then when we're talking
To
about
replace
hardware
my
for
Series
other
X.
considerations
I'm just
are really
saying.
important to our community,
Like-
probably to each one of ourselves as well.
Everybody, that's what I said. People was jumping out the window, wow, and I was like, "Yo, they for real or for internet?" Well, you already the internet. They already showed you who they are through the Activision stuff, through everything. How fanboy, how much they hate Xbox, and people still listen to these people, these dudes in sheep clothing, and all of that. Like, and I'm just like, bro. If you're not getting it from the source, don't believe nothing. They thinking like Xbox is gonna end. How? They more popular than ever. I already made a podcast. What did I say on the first NX podcast? I said they won. Start acting like it. And people are like, oh yeah, they could stomp them out. They could do that. They could do a lot of things right now.
In the auditorium, as we were saying that.
But they don't have to do, you
one of
know,
the cues I think us as being part of Microsoft take
with the
is
general
looking at
populace
Windows
things.
and how Windows over decades has
Yep, biggest leap in gaming.
maintained
You heard it here.
compatibility with things that are built on it. Like I can still go back and play some of the games that I love playing on Windows from decades ago, and it will still run. And we try to bring that same view
To
consoles.
Xbox.
It's harder in console because the line between what the hardware is and what the game is in consoles is traditionally it's tighter.
But they
makes
did it so far.
compatibility- You end up doing these generational compatibilities that we've built. But I will say compatibility, the ability to not only play the games, but my saves are still there with the cloud
Yes.
save system.
Yes. Nobody do it
Try to
like
keep
them.
the services up as long
This
as
is
we can
why.
so that
It's
people
like,
can play
dude,
is a
stop. If you're not
tenet of
buying
what
on
we are as
PC,
Xbox. It's at our foundation.
Xbox
When we
is
look
the
at
best place to
future
buy,
hardware
period.
generations and what we're going to support, making sure that we respect, which is the word I use, respect the investments that people have made in Xbox going forward.
and I've been using that word before him over here, saying,
Entitlements when you buy a game from us on both Windows
yo,
and Xbox.
they respect my purchases. They respect my dollars. Nintendo didn't do that with the Wii. With my digital purchase, they didn't do it with the Wii U. And if they do it with the Switch, what are they going to do? With only the Switch line, or is it going to really be tied to my Nintendo account? When at the current state, they don't even sell you their own games. They only got them under subscription, and that's the only way to access them now. Come on, dog. Like, people be talking about, oh, anti-consumer this, da-da-da, and be trying to throw shade at Xbox, and everybody else get off scot-free. Sony raising prices, adding nothing. Nintendo doing what I just said right now, which is a negative. And nothing. That ain't cool. Like, I keep it 1,000 here. Always. It's never going to be biased. Hold on, let me throw it back, because I was going in right now. Hold on.
Can we go back to what Xbox stands for today? I think we've pretty much covered
Exactly.
all of the elements.
What's
but if you could break it
NX?
down
You know,
for me.
next is coming.
You know, when you play on Xbox, what we're saying is you're playing on a platform where you know the biggest games in the world are always going to be. You're playing on a platform where you get to access Game Pass. And all of the games from our incredible range of studios will always launch in Game Pass day one. And you're playing on a
This is
platform
the
that's
salt of the
dedicated to you,
Activision
like
thing.
player-first
All
features,
this sky is falling, make
cross-play,
negative news about
cross-save,
Xbox, gets them clicks. And they're
cross-progression,
going to do it right after this.
backwards
You got to be the one not to
compatibility,
click on it.
being
You
able
know what I'm
to play
saying?
your
It's
games
on
in your
us
library
to be
anywhere
smart.
you want because of the investments that we make in cloud gaming. And so you're playing somewhere where you're investing and you know you get to take the games forward with you and across all of the screens where you are. And I think most importantly, Xbox is a place where you know when you're investing in Xbox, you're investing somewhere that is dedicated to making games more successful and creators more
I
successful.
read what you
So
wrote,
they
Duke
can
Togo,
invest
about the
more
guy
with
saying
even
Xbox is
better
dead, now he
experiences
flip-flopping.
all of the time.
Come on, now people
Yeah,
going to be
it's
hyped for the
just
most strongest
more
console. They're going to be hyped for
studios
whatever
is
handheld
we feel
hardware
that
or whatever they're
Xbox
going to do this
is part of
for.
the platform
You know, and then the rumors of that. We don't even got to
kind of
go on
amazing
rumors.
now
Just
to look
wait.
out
Like, they already
across all
told
the
us. That's
studios
the
we've got
announcement. Now wait.
and
I don't
just
need
be
people to
reminded that
speculate
we're now
about
one of
this
the biggest
bullshit or that.
development
I don't even
organizations
speculate
in the
about
industry.
directs, and I'm hyped for
What does that
Nintendo
mean for
next console.
players? It
Like,
means
I don't
that
need to
the
speculate.
biggest
It's
games
going
are
to come when it
continue
come.
to come to Xbox. And
Do that shit on
this
Mario Day,
2024, the year
March
coming up,
10th.
we've got
With
more
the
than
new Mario
10
game
major
on the
releases
Super
coming up.
Nintendo
Great
Switch.
stuff. Hellblade 2.
That's it.
We've got Diablo expansion. We've got Avowed, Ara.
Oh yeah, Avowed. They said they're
Indiana
gonna work
Jones
on
game,
enemy
and there's
animations
more
when
development,
being hit, which was
I
my one
think we're gonna be able to
negative
share
about
more
the
at our June showcase coming
the
up
show.
pretty soon.
Well, I
The
guess
show.
I
All
should
right,
get
so he
ready
talked
to
he
watch
talked
it.
about the June showcase. Let me throw it back a little bit
in
more.
the industry. What does that mean for players?
Wait, hold
It
on, hold on.
means that
These are like the last words. Hold on.
yeah, just that investment in the studios is so, and we feel that as part of first party with the platform proximity. You know, it's kind of amazing now to look out across all the studios that we've got and just be reminded that we're now one of the biggest development organizations in the industry.
In the world, that's how I said
What
they
does that
won
mean for
already. They own
players?
too much shit
It
that's
means that
worth
the
more than
biggest
all the
games
other
will continue
stuff
to
out
come to
there.
Xbox. And this 2024, the year coming up, we've got more than 10 major releases coming up.
Ooh.
Good stuff, Hellblade 2.
More than
we've
10
got
major
Diablo
releases.
expansion, we've got Avowed, Ara,
remember, those are
the
all in
Indiana
Game
Jones
Pass.
game, and there's more in development, which I think we're going to be able to share more about at our June showcase.
Please do show Perfect
Well, I
Dark
guess I
in
should get
June, bro.
ready to work on that
This
show.
Nintendo fan's been wanting the Perfect Dark for
Well,
years.
thank you all for showing up
Come
on
on.
the podcast today, and we'll see the rest of you this June.
Thanks, team.
Thank you.
See ya in June, bro. So, what are we doing here? All right. I ain't mean to rewind this. My bad. Yeah. So, what changed right now? I'm genuinely asking. Like, did I miss anything? What genuinely changed right now? Here's what I got. Diablo's coming to Game Pass, which I don't own, which is cool, right? Because I said I don't know if I'm gonna love that game, but I would like to try it. Finally, it's coming to Game Pass. Great. They didn't really talk about Activision or nothing like that, but still, they announced 10 games is coming this year. They announced Starfield is still exclusive for all the console warring and console warriors out there. Yay, it's still exclusive. The guys could now who was fiending for it. Yay, I'm gonna get to play it on PS5. Could act like the game sucks again, even though we all know the game is fire. What else? Indiana Jones, you better get a console if you want to play that, or you better get a PC. You know, the same way I got a PC. And soon enough, look, on this podcast, I promise you, you're going to end up seeing Spider-Man gameplay. You know what I'm saying? And that's when it's going to be the PSX is going to be the PNX podcast, you know what I mean, for a little while I'm playing it. Nah, but for real, like, I'll play that. Like, listen. And the point is, you're not going to get everything on PlayStation. Sorry. That's not going to happen. You're not going to get everything on Nintendo. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just not going to happen like that. But the good thing is, if you got a PC, you're going to get everything eventually. And when I say everything, I mean everything. Even kicking and screaming, inevitably Nintendo's going to be like, yeah, we want more of the pie. Whether they can do it on mobile or anywhere else, they're going to make a storefront outside of the ecosystem for the people who not willing to jump into the ecosystem. And they're going to eat, just like Xbox is doing, and just like Sony confirmed they're going to do. You see, the difference is, I'm not sitting here like, yo, the sky's falling for Sony. It's like, nah, they trying to make money. Good. Because I don't ever want to buy y'all hardware, because I think your hardware is garbage. I think your controller's mediocre. When your games come to PC, I could play them with an Xbox controller. I could play them with a damn Wii U Pro controller, a Switch Pro controller, any controller that I like out there that's not a PlayStation controller, because I can't stand the way those sticks are. Never have, never will. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, I don't got to buy games on that Waldorf Garden. So if I own Spider-Man, yeah, I got it on Steam. I got it forever. You know what I'm saying? If I decide to buy a God of War, a Last of Us, Uncharted, whatever the case may be from them in the future, I got it forever. The guy who owns the PlayStation can't even say that. At least with the Xbox, you could feel comfortably say that, right? Everything you own from Xbox One, you still got. Or your disc, you could put into a Series X from your 360 Xbox One, and they working, they running, right? The game's getting even boosted to look better. Like, ownership is just different. Like, so I'm really asking, like, what actually changed? What actually changed today? People gonna want to make it into a negative thing and be like, oh, yo, we you know, we didn't get all the. I think it was Duke who said, oh, someone's gonna be like, you know, we got more questions still than answers. Like, no, you didn't. First of all, they don't need to tell you everything. You want to know why? Because when was the last time you saw a Sony exec talk outside of yesterday? And it was all negative news that these guys try to spin into being, well, that means we're going to get new first party games. You know, they said franchises. Like, bruh, you're getting nothing. You're getting dust. Like, accept it, man. This is absolutely wild, bro. Like, people take rumors, want to run with it just because they want to hate on Xbox so bad. And it's crazy because they do so much for the customer. When I look at the hate, I'm like, yo, do you even know what you're going against? Dudes really trying to be happy for a one console generation after they saw the leaks of Sony and their $100 games. And they're cutting Spider-Man 3 into 3 parts and selling each for $100. $100. Like, that's insane. And people are like, yeah, cool. You know what I'm saying? They say, yo, our business ain't great, whatever. Yeah, they're the best of the consoles. Look how much they're selling. Sony comes out and like, yo, man, shit ain't running right over here. Whatever they was doing ain't working. So, you know, the interim president, whatever, is like, yeah, we gotta, you know, go more multi-plat. And I'm like, yeah, that's gonna probably include some stuff being like, yeah, you know what, we could put things that fit Nintendo, like Astrobot or something like that on the console. Why not? You know, throw that there, or Little Big Planet stuff. You know, like, yeah, we'll throw that on Nintendo console. On Xbox, they'll probably do multiplayer stuff like they are. Like, we already got, you know, Marathon announced, so they could just be like, yeah, Helldivers is coming to Xbox at some point. And that wouldn't be that crazy to me. Like I said, Tower Born going to, you know, PlayStation and Nintendo, and it being a giant ecosystem everybody could play together, that makes sense to me for a multiplayer game. And that game that looks so, you know, family friendly and inviting and stuff. Do I think Xbox needs those as exclusives for themselves too? Absolutely. But if they decide to put that on other consoles, I ain't gonna sit here and cry, I'm gonna sell my console, Xbox is dumb, is the worst in the world. Like, nah, I'm gonna just keep playing video games, you know, what it is that I do here, basically. Play video games and not sit there and just cry about things people make up. When you know so many people always want to fearmonger with Xbox and have negative news about Xbox and stuff like that. And people fall for that so crazy. So crazy. I completely laugh. You know what I mean? Like at all the dudes now who gonna be flip flopping. Oh no, we said maybe it's gonna come to to uh to PlayStation Starfield. We didn't say it was guaranteed. Yeah, but you could say that with anything, and so now y'all can just go back and do that again. Now it's gonna be rumors about what the 4 games are. Here we go. What the 4 games are. Like, who cares at this point? Like, who cares? It ain't gonna be Indiana Jones, which is the main one that everybody wanted on PS5. You ain't getting that. So if you're feeling like a second class citizen on PlayStation 5, it's time for you to maybe get a console, with better purchasing, smart. Like, you understand, you get Indiana Jones on Xbox, you own it on PC, right? You understand when you get Hellblade on Xbox, you own it on PC, right? Same thing with Gears of War, same thing with everything. Once and done. And this is on Xbox. They got to promote that shit more. They got to do ads and stuff and actually promote the benefit of being an Xbox customer. There's a reason why I say it's better than anywhere else. You know what I'm saying? And if I'm a fanboy for anything, I'll be a fanboy for Nintendo for anything first. And I'll sit here and I'll tell you honestly, like, yo, purchasing is better here. It is what it is. I'm sorry. Like, any game you going to purchase that's also available on the Switch is going to play better on the Series S, let alone the X. That's not an opinion. That's a fact. People can't accept that. I don't know what to tell you. It's the truth, and I'm going to speak the truth. That's what I've always done. I don't care who's going to be offended by it or what. Reality is reality. You know what I mean? Oh, Xbox getting out of the hardware business. Where? When? How? Receipts. They're going to make the strongest hardware, they just said, ever. They're going to make the strongest hardware, just like the Series X is the strongest hardware. And they got new hardware announcements coming this fall. It's going to be great. Let me look at this chat more. So, yeah, Xbox made a tweet. What they tweeted? Let me go check. So you said in a way Nintendo inadvertently pushed the industry forward again with Switch? Of course. This is why we got Steam Decks. This is why we got ROG Allies. This is why, Xbox making a handheld, it just makes sense to do it. Like, the market is big for handheld gaming. And Nintendo has always proved that when people ignored the Game Boy Advance or Nintendo's failing console, when people pinpointed that and only could talk about that, and I would be like, I mean, y'all talking like Nintendo still ain't killing it with DS, Game Boy Advance, 3DS. Whenever they was down or whatever the case may be, GameCube is flopping. But what Game Boy Advance doing? Y'all seen these Pokemon sales? Like, yeah, they don't want to hear that. So, yeah, let me check this Twitter stuff. You said Xbox made a tweet. Here we go. Yeah, man, I ain't even want to go on Twitter live because you're going to see something dumb. Now, let's see. All right. So I see 4 games are coming. Now it's 4 games. Now it's not the sky's falling no more? See, I'm looking at Kiwi Talks, who does all the good interviews. He actually got one coming up with the developers of Tropical Freeze. So, yeah, if you're not subscribed to Kiwi Talks, you definitely should. It's a good-ass channel with insight into, like, retro studio developers. Nintendo even be making him take down interviews because they be so thorough. So, definitely subscribe. But, yeah, he's like, yeah, this is precisely why I don't care about leaks and all that because, they full of shit. I've always been in that mindset. But I'm also, from the magazine era where you would get magazines with bullshit written on them. You understand what I'm telling you? Like, and it will never come to pass. So this is nothing new to me. Like, I know this rodeo. And I've been through the generations of Nintendo being doomed and Nintendo being the punching bag. People don't understand. Xbox took that slot. It wasn't cool to shit on Nintendo no more. Why? Because everybody had one. Their kid had one. And the sales spoke for themselves. First party wise and the actual console. Nobody touching them. So now, let's not say nothing about Nintendo. But it's like, why? Because, you don't want to get stomped out. All right, so it's funny seeing the dudes who was fear-mongering too, being like, so Twitter was overreacting. Like, what you mean? You was the one flaming the fucking flames, throwing gasoline on it, just sitting there squirting the whole time. Like rise fire, man make fire. Like, and now it's, like, that. This is what I'm talking about. I ain't going to say no names. Y'all know. Listen, if you got a head on your shoulders, a brain in between your two eyes. You know what I'm saying? You definitely know. It's ridiculous. So yeah, Diablo coming to Game Pass. That's nice. Here we go. So they confirmed those games are in development for PS5. But now we got he doesn't rule out those games for PS5 because he says I don't think we should. Phil Spencer says I don't think we should, as an industry, ever rule out a game going to any other platform. Yeah, that's a normal statement to make for a guy who's gonna have stuff going multiple places. Like if Crash Bandicoot comes out, Doom Year Zero, that might be multi-plat because hey, Doom was always on everything. So let's keep it that way. Like we don't know, and people want answers right now. Like you gotta understand, you don't ask Nintendo for secrets right now. And then belittle them and then shit on them on the internet all day every day because they ain't announcing the console now, so they suck. Like I don't see none of that. PlayStation literally got no games for 2 years and running. But they came out with Spider-Man, cool. But the rest of the generation, you've been playing what they told you was never gonna get, which was them believing in generation. So you wasn't gonna be playing PlayStation 4 games or PlayStation 5. Absolutely not. You wouldn't be caught dead playing PlayStation 4 games or PlayStation 5. But here we are, and that's all y'all been doing. You know what I'm saying? And it's okay. It's all right. Like. These dudes be arguing in bad faith. That's why I don't care. Like, I don't care no more. There was a time when I really cared. Now I'd be like, you think I'm arguing with these clowns? Like, wasting time with them? I would be the dumbass doing that. Like, letting these dudes move me or shake me to feel like, oh, yeah, Xbox ain't the best or Xbox is dying. Or... Nah, I'm good. I'll leave that to all the other people. That's crazy. Embracer Group says that they were, looking up for shareholders when firing, 1,400 people. Like, wow. That's crazy. So March 28th, Diablo is in Game Pass. I saw Jack wrote, he did the King David, he said Xbox held that line. I mean, yeah, but a lot of people didn't though. You see what I'm saying? A lot of people didn't. When these rumors first came out, again, go listen to the first NX podcast. It's right here on YouTube. You don't got to be a Patreon to listen to it. Go listen to that podcast. And you're going to hear me speak on this in a way where if you go listen to that and then go listen to what we just heard on that podcast, I was 100% on the right side of history. Why? Because I don't be listening to no dumbasses or no clowns or I'll just be into all the tomfoolery. All the tomfoolery, man. The largest technical leap you will have ever seen in hardware generation. And new unique hardware this fall. At least revealed this fall. But probably coming this fall. It's good stuff. So, yeah. I'm even looking at, like, people putting everything that was said in this show, in this, and just like a highlight. So 4 Xbox first party games coming to other platforms, right? Not Indiana Jones or Starfield, but now they're gonna run with you never know, it can still come. And listen, PlayStation fans, they find the way. They find the way. Because to them there's no other ball game. You see what I'm saying? These are the dudes who don't want to play anywhere because they got like this real hatred for anything that's not PlayStation because they got this real fanboyness to them. And then look, it's easy to say, oh yeah, not all of them. Well, on the internet, the majority of them. Sorry, if you're not one of them, you hard to spot, bro. It's like, where's Waldo, all right? Because the majority of them you see is the definition of a pony, the definition of a drone, the definition of these dudes who be hating on everything that, listen, these dudes hate gaming. You understand? They want that monopoly of PlayStation. And you see them in the industry. When I talk about these dudes, understand that I'm talking about your favorite media pundits too. The ones that you want to act like, no, they're neutral. They're cool. Trust me. I've been listening to them for years. I know, like, bro, they've done so much sucker shit that you've done ignored. I don't even want to get into it. You know what I'm saying? I don't even want to get into it. But anyway, yeah. People was like, yo, they should get rid of games and Game Pass day one before. And they're like, what you talking about? So you rather less people play games and you do yourself dirty by having to spend more money on video games because games are more expensive now. Thanks, Sony. You know what I'm saying? Like, because of console war bullshit narratives. But yeah, Game Pass games will remain the place to play. Game Pass will be the place to play first party games, I don't even want to say a fraction of that cost, because for me it's been no cost for, well, since 2018, thanks to Xbox Reward, things that Xbox could be promoting. So yeah, that's it. Like honestly, like that was the talk of today. You know, so I'm looking through social. I see Charlie Inter saying How Far Rush, Penderman, Sea of Thieves, and Grounded. If those are the games and all of this hoopla happened over those games, bruh, that's insane. That's absolutely crazy. Wow. But not surprising either. Not surprising at all. These dudes be so quick to be like, yeah, I'm gonna quit. I'm out. I'm jumping out the window. I'm done. So quick to do that, right? That's crazy. Listen, I've been through so much Nintendo doom and gloom and oh, the PSP gonna kill the DS and blah blah blah. I would happily went and bought my DS day one, bought my Wii's and my Wii U's and my consoles day one, enjoy my GameCube and its amazing library, enjoy my Wii U and its fire library that has produced more money than the entire PlayStation 4 first party library probably. Let's be honest, Mario Kart alone. Like Mario Kart, and this is the thing, like they just needed a better platform. But see, the games were fire. Don't argue with me. Again, what got a better library? Wii U or PlayStation 5? Tell me with a straight face. Exclusive wise. Stop it. And these dudes is on the latter part of the generation they done. The generation barely feel like it started. You know? And this is more reason why if the generation's gonna feel like this one, and I'm including Series X in this conversation too, like PS5 and Series X, then for that they may as well just open up a shop, a service thing, and stop with the consoles. Because at this point, you're just selling us $100 boxes for some handful of first-party games. It's like, yeah, you better off just being on the ecosystem of PC. You know what I mean? Like, what's the point? What's the point? They gotta definitely, but with Xbox it'll be better because they got so many first-party developers games. Obviously, they got 10 games coming out, which will make the Series X feel, as the years go on, like a fully featured, well-supported console, unlike the PS5. Just keeping it 1,000. PS4, very well supported. PS5, not so much. Oh, you can count the PS4 games on PS5. No, you can't, because you said it was wrong. You believe in generation. Listen, I go by the energy you give, and then I don't let you move goalposts. You're going to live in your own shit. Around here, that's what we do. Sorry. You know what I'm saying? Because it's the right way to be on the right side of history. If you don't like it, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. But if you do like it, make sure to hit that subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Hit that subscribe. Let me check this chat real quick because I was going through Twitter and all that. So, all right. Jack Gates said, if I can get a mobile Xbox Game Pass, like PC Game Pass, Steam on it without paying the price for, a Valve item, that's a win-win. Oh, yeah. If they made like their own official ROG Ally, even though they are, like, Microsoft pretty much pimps the ROG Ally around all the time, when they can. They put it in graphics and everything. But yeah, like, you have everything right there. You got your access to Game Pass. You got your access to Steam and get your third-party games through either ecosystem you want, which is cool. Like, it's real cool. And if you got one of those, you might as well just get everything on Steam. You got everything on PC. And the Xbox games you do buy, like, whether it's, you got them on Xbox, you get them play anywhere. You can still play them through Windows on that device. It's like the best of everything, basically, that one device. What else? You say it's just crazy how people can take a piece of information that conveniently supports their bias, blow it out of proportion, and pass it around as if it's facts. Yeah, but that's not even the crazy part. The craziest part is that the Xbox fans are so, like, weak. Like, I've said this before. Like, it's like this loser energy, and I get it. Like, they feel like they were down bad, but I'm like, bro, you up. Your lineup been crazy. Your racing games been better. You got multiplayer games out the ass. Whether you talking about stuff like, the Sea of Thieves and the games that are supposedly rumored. Like, you've had these games for years. Multiplayer games, Halo, you know what I'm saying? Gears of War, all this stuff, things that Sony don't do at all. And people would want to put things on the giant pedestal. It's like, cool, Gears of War single player is just as good as an Uncharted. You know what I'm saying? Or as the Last of Us gameplay, like oh, yeah, whatever, bro. And then they got multiplayer on top of that, co-op, playing it with your friends, which gives them replay value. You know what I'm saying? Like, again, whatever, dude. Like, I don't play in that world where it's like, oh yeah, Xbox ain't as good as Sony. To who? To who? To Sony fanboys, because if you in the actual Xbox ecosystem, they've been stomping on them for years already. This ain't the Xbox One generation. Stop that. Like, the bias is crazy. Like, the way people just and the fairness, like, of acting like what it is. Like, nah, Xbox is better. It's better to say it with your whole chest. Like, they can't. They can't. Oh no, I can't say that because Sony got first party games. Where? When's the last time they released a first party game? All right, Spider-Man, cool, and that came out buggy and they got a pass. But then it all right, it got updated. Cool. You know what I'm saying? Cool. They remembered, Miles is Puerto Rican. Got you. And then what else? Because you don't care about Foam Stars, but you should. Foam Stars came out and reviewed worse than Redfall. What a hoopla for that. It's a Square game. Square is bigger than Arcane, and its money had it by Sony, which makes it even, it should have been an important big thing. What happened? They gave it away. They threw it in their service. Nobody cares about, but they threw it in their service. Why? Because they saw what it was. They saw the writing on the wall. And this is why Square's like, listen, we getting out. We getting out. We putting all our shit everywhere. We putting our shit on Xbox. We putting our shit everywhere. This exclusive to PlayStation shit ain't working. They're getting out. Where's the hoopla? Where's the crying? I'm not hating. I'm just saying what it factually is. Whether you like it or not. Whether you like it or not, Pentiment did come out. Grounded did come out. And now they matter, right? Because they come into PlayStation 5. Supposedly. Hi-Fi Rush did come out. Starfield did come out. Forza Motorsport did come out. Horizon with its 30 million players did come out. Call of Duty is owned by Xbox now. That's facts. You understand? Blade is announced. It's happening. There's 10 first-party games. It's happening. There's none for PlayStation. That's what's happening. I'm not making this up. These are the facts of life. If you can't take them, oh, well, I'm sorry. It is what it is, because if it was the Xbox way, I would say, damn, that would suck. We lived through 2022, and what I said in 2022, yeah, they didn't have a bunch of first-party games, but Game Pass kept me fed. People are like, oh, my God, using the Game Pass excuse. I'm sorry for using the excuse of video games. Should I not count this game that I just beat? Should I not count Ravenloft? Should I not count, because according to these guys, should I not count Prince of Persia because it's 2D? Like, sorry. It counts. Oh, should I not count Mario Wonder because it's 2D? It counts. It stomped out first-party games everywhere. Over 10 million sold. Whatever. It's funny how the goalpost changes, the narrative changes. If Square had a first-party game that was not a first-party pretending game for Xbox that came out and it flopped, it would be Redfall again. They just did that on Sony, but it's okay. They get quiet. When negative news happens for them, everybody get quiet, mum's the word. When it's for Xbox, oh yeah, everybody right now going to be talking about Xbox. And I'm like, yeah, what Xbox did was nothing. They just said, yeah, we got next-gen console happening stronger than ever. We've known this. They've always done this. They've always had the strongest console, basically. You know what I'm saying? PlayStation 4 was strong, but the X was stronger. Pro was weaker. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? The PlayStation 4 Pro was weaker than the X. It is what it is. And it's like, where's the hoopla? Where's the narrative? Where's the hating? Where's the... You could see it, right? The bias. Like, I've talked about this for years on this podcast. Before your favorite podcast existed, I was here talking about this. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's one of the longest running podcasts ever. May have name change, but these are the facts. And I've been saying this shit for years. The bias is crazy. And when I watched the shift from Nintendo to Xbox, and then I saw Nintendo fans, some who would try to pile on Xbox, and I'm like, bro, but they giving you Ori, they giving you this, they giving you that. What PlayStation doing for you? Why are you hating on Xbox? What makes you think it's cool to pile on them? Like, do you understand that they are where we just was? And the minute that Nintendo come out with a console and it flops again, like they more than likely would. If you a Nintendo fan, you know how history go, right? So let's just say that happens. Well, you're gonna look like a dumbass now, because I'm like, word going. Well, you signing with Sony. Like, these are the guys who was trying to stomp on your neck with Final Fantasy on the 64 and everything, taking games away from you. They try to Sega you, and you trying to side with them. Oh no, y'all bugging. I was like, you crazy, you out your mind. But anyway, all right, Duke Talk, I'll see you later. Yeah, man, it's absolutely wild. All of it. How much it was all blown out of proportion and everything. And this is why I said, listen, I ain't gonna go crazy. You know what I was doing the whole time? Playing video games. When those rumors was coming out, I was playing video games. I wasn't sitting here crying about nothing. Nah, I was finishing my battle pass in Fortnite, playing with Rick Grimes in Call of Duty. I was playing this Ravenlock. I was playing Go Mecha Ball. I was playing a bunch of Brotato. I'm not making this up. This is the truth. Like, while everybody's sitting there on the internet, I'm like, yo, play some video games. Y'all crying about something like the world's fun, and that's why when people for example, Ipster, when this started, you were like, oh, right now it could be the end. I'm like, Xbox ain't going nowhere. This is gonna be the complete opposite of that. And it's exactly what it was. That's what I said. I wasn't worried. I didn't believe nothing these rumor mongers on the internet said in order to get clicks. Listen, I get it. I'm a content creator. I've been doing this again. I'm saying longer than these guys. Basically, and game time. Let's just say when these dudes was in diapers, basically. So they not gonna surprise me, shake me, or nothing like that. Like that's the last thing that's gonna happen at all. Like I've basically seen everything in this industry. You know what I'm saying? And that's just the truth because I got into it. In literally the early '90s, I could say. By the time reading comprehension was there, I was reading Nintendo Powers. I was reading, you know what I'm saying, Game Pros. I was reading Tips and Tricks. I was reading EGM, Electronic Gaming Monthly. Like, the list goes on. You had PC Magazine, the Sony Magazine that used to come with the demos all the time during the PlayStation 1 and 2 generation. Like, so none of this stuff like phases me, and I don't fall for anything easily. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, that was the joke, right? That I came out my mom's wombs with an NES controller, like the goddamn doctor mistaked my umbilical cord for the NES controller, almost ruined my gaming. No, but for real, like that's just the truth. So it's seeing everybody go crazy. Oh my god. And like I'm saying, I'm a content creator. You would be like, oh yeah, you could fluff it up and you could have milked this for content. And it's like, but what I've been saying, things I don't truly believe gonna happen. Nah, I'm good. I created the content I created. Y'all saw the podcast there, and now it's this. And again, I was like, yo, what changed? They only had to do this because of the crazy narratives going around, right now. So that's what they basically focused on. And we still don't know what the situation is with Activision stuff, but we'll find out soon enough. And we got a showcase confirmed, the thing that, well, other people hide from, don't do, ran from E3, but then nobody wants to talk about it. Like, this is why it's good that they don't do showcases. When's the last time you got a good state of play? All right. That's all I'm saying. Like, stop it. Stop it. But, yeah. I think I'm going to wrap up this podcast now. Because I think everything that needed to be said was pretty much said. I love this game, though. As you can see, it's awesome. Should definitely give it a shot, Try some video games. It's nice to try some video games. And also, it's nice to try video games outside of the, your preferred genres. You know what helps with that? Game Pass, dude. Because I never loved RPGs like that. But I'm playing Ravenlock right now. And the reason why I played it is because Game Pass, while I love the way it looked when I originally saw it, Echo Generation, I was like, damn, that art style is amazing. Oh, but it's an RPG. Oh, it's in Game Pass? I'll try it. I tried it. And then trying went to loving it, playing it and beating it, and now playing through their next game, which is more like a Zelda, game than it is an RPG, role playing with turn-based combat, let's just say. Yeah, so Digital Green Tea, he's focusing on that biggest hardware leap ever. It's true, me too. I'm excited for it, and this is coming from somebody who's like, yeah, I think at the end of this year, I'll probably get one of them 40 series cards just to upgrade my PC, even crazier. But I'll show you this, matter of fact. All right, let me stop this right here. I'm gonna show you what I was playing before I actually started recording this. I was playing. Yeah, but let me jump ahead. Let me jump to some crazy stuff. Because I did do some stuff. Yo, I love the tank fights in this game. I ain't gonna lie. But anyway, yeah, this is running on my PC, which is upgraded now finally. My whole cooling was messed up for a while. This is why my streams were sometimes cut off. I didn't even know it was. So I went from cooling, water cooling to what do you call it, like air basically, to a fan. But I got a beast fan, basically the best fan that I could possibly get for the PC. And yeah, the game running, everything max settings, everything good. This is why when I bought Spider-Man and I returned it, but it's good that I returned it because I got it on Epic, but I actually wanted it on Steam. But I got it on Epic because, in the holidays, they do that, $15 discount. And I saw Miles Morales was $20-something. I was like, so I could get it for chump change. But then it wasn't running. I'm like, is it my graphics card? But then everything stopped running properly. I was like, there's something wrong with my PC. But now it's updated, quiet as hell, and beautiful. Yeah, the game, you can see, like, this is the best looking version of this game that you can get on the planet. And it looks so good. I wish they upgraded it for Xbox, because I own this game on Xbox too. You know what I'm saying? I own all the Arkham games on Xbox. And all the ones that came out on Wii U, funny enough, too. That's why I got my Origins, which I be hating the disrespect on Origins, because I still stand by that being the best character model of Batman in any of these games. But yeah. That's what I said before. I'll get a PlayStation. I'll upgrade, my PC. I remember my brother was asking me, "Yo, why you just don't get a PlayStation? It would just be cheaper." I was like, "It won't be cheaper, because then you're gonna have to get the new one, and I will be buying games." And I'm like, I don't even want to buy games physically if they're not Nintendo games. I buy my Nintendo games still physically. So if I'm getting Sony stuff digitally, it will have to be through PC. So I was like, I will upgrade my PC before I ever get a PS5. And my PC right now is basically a PS5. Why would I do that? It makes no sense. I get an Xbox because I like the ecosystem. I like Game Pass and that, and I like, it's just backwards forward compatibility, and they complement each other. Where it's like, yeah, I own Gears here and I own Gears there. And like I said originally, when I said this on the last on the NX podcast extra on Patreon 2 days ago, I said, when I got the One X originally, like, only way I would be able to do co-op in Forza and stuff was me playing on, my PC, my girl being on her on the console, basically on the X. And yeah, that right there, I was like, yo, that's awesome. Like, this is mind-blowing stuff, revolutionary stuff. They making video games so convenient. And that's why I actually do stand by now. Like, it wouldn't be a bad idea to start building your footprint, in PC gaming. And this is why I also said, and I posted it on the recipe Discord, like, all the free games, and I said this to y'all before, like, yo, if you don't, this game is so fire. If you don't got a PC or anything, I would still collect all the free Epic games, all the free, Steam games that they be putting there, for the simple fact that eventually it's gonna be so easy to jump into a PC game and you'll have all these games. Like, I used to do that. I mean, a long last time ago. Like, they gave this game away for free. I didn't buy this game on Epic. They gave it away for free. I was like, all right, cool. I got it here now too. Awesome, and yeah, like, and when you get a cable PC, if you got a game that you can't run, eventually you're gonna be able to run it. You own it, which is a nice thing to actually have. Jack said, PlayStation execs are definitely worried they can't compete, and if this is at large, as I think it is, then PlayStation brand will be dead by 2028. Nah, they have to adapt, or they will die. But this is what I was saying. Like, yo, it's not all like cute for them. People are like, oh yeah, it's all good. I'm like, yo, Xbox is in a better spot than them, because, well, they're a $3 trillion company, so they're automatically in a better spot. And people don't understand. I'm like, dude, like, Nintendo and PlayStation always they got to be on their A game all the time. Because if they're not, then bad things will happen. Yeah, Digital Green Tea says, everybody watching, join the Discord. I 100% agree. Do that. Become a patron. Get more episodes. Yeah. But as you can see, the gameplay was moving smooth. Like, the last time I tried to play a game and record a game on PC, oh yeah, the minute I press record, my PC would just shut off. Now this thing don't even run hot. They don't even run hot. I was looking at it, I was like, damn, the CPU is cool as a whistle, which is a good thing. Which is better, just for the content that I'm planning to be delivering here. Oh, you know what I forgot? I made this cool ass image and I never used it. Maybe I'll use it in the future. Wait, what was that image? Was it this? I don't know. No. It wasn't that. What am I talking about? Here we go. It was that. I meant to play that with the Peach gameplay, but I never did. But yeah, this game look fire. Who's buying this game? Matter of fact, who's getting this game? Or y'all too insecure, bro, to play as motherfucking Princess Peach, her gorgeous looking self. Like, I can't wait to try all of these games. And I know people are worried, like, oh, is it gonna be worth full price? I think it will be. I don't think we've seen everything, and everybody's under the assumption that it's just going to be one level with these characters. We don't know that. Like, we genuinely don't know. And yeah, I even look at look how pretty she look right there. That's crazy. I'm not even showing the game. My bad. Yeah, my bad. Let me throw this back. Look how pretty she look right there. Ooh, phone flexing it. Oh, throw it back. But no, for real, like, this game looks amazing. Like, everything. And I think it got revealed that it's an Unreal Engine 4, right? And I'm like, Nintendo been doing their thing with Unreal Engine since, what was it? Woolly World was one. Was that the first one? No, the Wii U one. But yeah, oh, you said day one Digital Green Tea? Yeah, me too. It looks super smooth. It does. Like, I really like the way it looks. And I think this is the perfect game to drop after the Mario movie too, especially for, everybody who wants to play as Peach. And it's like, yeah, you could play as Peach in 3D World. I get it. You could play as Peach in, Wonder. I get it. But Peach having her own game, I think that's a big deal right now. You know what I'm saying? I think it's a real big deal. And I hope it does really well. And I hope it is really good. I'm going to get this game, blindly. I'm not looking for reviews or nothing. I just trust it to be a good game. I look at the gameplay here and I just say it looks fun as hell. So yeah, I'm definitely, interested in this game a lot. I just read Ipsta comment. I'm trying to go through all the comments too, Ipsta says, you know what, let me go back actually. Since we still here doing the damn thing. Yep, that game looks awesome. Game looks awesome. All right, let's go back to some Batman. Ipsta said, the generation shouldn't have started until Unreal Engine 5 was fully ready, because except for a few exceptions, things still look and feel like PS4 Pro, Xbox One X stuff. That's just my opinion. Nah, that's a valid opinion. A lot of these games have been cross-platform. Like even Forza Horizon, which looks amazing. That game was, on Xbox One X, but then the DLC, the rally one, where every tree was destructible, that couldn't even run on an Xbox One X, so they can only play it through the cloud. But that's another good thing. Like, your old consoles don't even become irrelevant. Like, if Xbox comes out with new hardware, you know what I'm saying? Versus Nintendo coming out with new hardware, or PlayStation coming out with new hardware. You got to get that console day one in order to play the game. Today with Xbox, they could come out with that brand new, stronger, crazier console Sarah Bond just mentioned, right? And if it's sold out, like One X was for me, not One X, Series X was for me, day one, I could still play whatever the big game is. Oh, Perfect Dark is coming out on that day one. I could play it through the cloud and play that version or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Which is cool if it's not even available at all, as an actual, native series game. If it's exclusive to the next thing, you can still play it through the cloud. Like, that's a big deal. And these are the things that I feel like gamers should. This is why I feel like this console should sell upwards of 100 million. Just because of all the right things that it's doing in the industry. And then if they actually went away today and there was some negative thing like that, you know what you would have been left with versus what we currently got because of console allegiance? Like, that's crazy. Like, you doing yourself dirty. Like, you doing the industry, the whole industry, a disservice by getting rid of all the good stuff that Xbox has introduced. But yeah, I agree. Like, they could have waited till things were more, ready to go, like Unreal Engine, especially because everybody adopted it. Even Halo has been confirmed now, right? That the next Halo thing is being developed not with the, what was it called? Not Snowdrop. What was it called? What was their engine called? I forget what their engine was called at this point. I know it's not Snowdrop. Snowdrop is the Avatar Division engine, right? But yeah, like, they're moving Halo to Unreal Engine 5, and I'm like, that's good to me. Do it. It showed already that it can, do so much. It can scale so well, and if you want your games playing everywhere, it's just smart to develop with that engine, in my opinion. Yeah. Biggest hardware leap for a generation. That's crazy. How much I think that's gonna cost? It don't really matter to me. Like, I'm gonna make sure to save up and be ready to go when that thing comes out. I would say y'all should start saving up for the thing coming out this fall, potentially the handheld. If y'all definitely into handheld gaming and want a handheld Xbox Game Pass in your hand, like, definitely do that. Because you're gonna be able to play GTA 6 on that, and in the palm of your hand, you can literally play GTA 6 in transit, and things like that on your commute to work or whatever the case may be, on your commute to school, or anything. Dude Togo said what's even crazy about all the rumors and stuff is that mostly everyone fell for it, and I'm like, yeah, it's so wild. It's so wild. Whether they fell for it and believed it all immediately, or took it and started trying to weaponize it, and then also the Xbox fans, the ones who just were like, yeah, I sold my console, I sold this, I sold that. It's like, well, you feel dumb now, right? Like, you feel real dumb doing that. Because if you sold your thing thinking, oh yeah, I'm gonna get Starfield on PS5 anyway, I'm gonna get Indiana Jones on PS5. No, you're not. No, you're not. You're not getting Halo. You're not getting Hellblade that we know of. Like, so yeah, you did yourself dirty right now, because now you got to go and buy a console again. When they're about to drop new hardware, this fall potentially, and potentially next year. Like, it's crazy. Can't imagine that. And I'm an owner of a Series S and X, and never once did I think, you know what I think I'm gonna do today? I think I'm gonna sell my console and just stick to my PC. Like, nah. It just made me happy that I already have some form of, investment in PC gaming, even though I mostly still purchase everything on, like, Xbox, and Nintendo. That's what most of my gaming habits are. But it's like, yeah, cool. My PC is there. Like, that's it. You said Xbox was ready to reveal the Xbox Series at the Game Awards. It never felt like PlayStation was ready to reveal the PS5. Hell, the shape of the PS5 is bad because the design of the PS5 was bad. They had to replace it multiple times already, the PS5 design. Yeah, it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Yo, this game was so good. And remember when people hated on the Batmobile stuff? All right? I'm about to wrap this podcast up, but I want to focus on this real quick, just to show how good this game was. And you can't listen to the internet. Don't worry what I'm doing there. That's stupid. I'm not supposed to be doing that. Wrong button. All right, so I got to basically destroy this thing. And the way to do that, basically, is by using the Batmobile. Right? Now, you might be like, oh, yeah, I could run out and jump in the Batmobile and then do that. But nah, you could control your Batmobile. Remote control, right? And then it'll go to this side, blow up the wall, latch onto the thing, pull the elevator up, and then I get on the elevator, and then I go back to the Batmobile, push the Batmobile back close to the wall to put the elevator down, and then when I save the guy downstairs, which I'm gonna go down there, beat up a bunch of dudes, save the guy, I gotta switch. We get in the elevator, then I gotta switch to the Batmobile and pull us back up. Like, all of that stuff, I was like, dude, that's so Batman cool stuff. Like, this game, every time I play it, it just feels like I'm playing a live action, yes, like a movie, but also a perfect adaptation video game of the animated series. Legendary Kevin Conroy as Batman. Obviously, you already know. None other than Mark Hamill, Luke Skywalker himself as the Joker. Like, so good. So good. Like, there was so much cool stuff that they did in this game. And you said Jack Gates said, and now we see Xbox ready to reveal next gen Xbox at this upcoming winter. Sony, and then you got Sony COO saying PS5 is in its half life already. No, he said latter, which makes it seem like NN. I honestly think you're gonna get a PS5, not PS5, a PS6 before you get successor to the Xbox. Even though, like you said, Xbox seemed ready, PlayStation didn't. I think PlayStation is gonna go and they don't care. Like they just been all about selling them hardware now, like their fan base. It's like buy the VR thing, buy this controller, buy this back button thing, buy this Elite controller. You know what I'm saying? And like it's just been that. Oh yeah, buy this new PlayStation. It's a slim, but it's the same thing, but it's not a slim. We're not calling it that. But it's just small. It's just a new one because the last one we made was I guess a shoddy piece of hardware. So we trying to phase that out. And then it's like, yeah, you got the VR, cool. We ain't really gonna have much games for it, but thanks for spending basically the price of the console on that. Cool, you got the console. Now buy this what is it called? The PlayStation Portal. Buy this, it works worse than what the Wii U did, but sure, it's a Wii U, a controller that costs, again, the price of a Switch, the price of a Series S. Why do that to yourself? But sure, here you go. You got that. Now, what we doing now? Games? Nah, we ain't have none. Last year, we had Spider-Man. You enjoyed that? Cool. Short, sweet. Hope you enjoyed that. We ain't got nothing for a whole nother year. Here we go. This is the elevator part. So, yeah, now, nothing for a year. But it's all good because we got new games coming out next year. But why would you play those on PlayStation 5? When you could play them on a PlayStation 6. And it's like, damn. That's the way the generation went. Again, did I just make up any of that? That's really the way it went. I've never seen the console manufacturer go that crazy releasing you such expensive hardware. Because we know Nintendo will do Labo. They'll do a Ring Fit Adventure. They'll do a Wii Fit. Those are different. These are now different generations. But you get what I'm saying? Like, they'll do something like that. That's it. They ain't going crazy. This game is so crazy. Now you got this whole chopper boss fight. So good. So good. And one of the best models of the Batmobile. I really like how it had like this, big back for it to, had junk in the trunk for it to basically, put two passengers in. Cause that's cool. Like Batman always having the one seat for either Robin or Vicky Vale. Basically, it felt like what's crazy to me is like, yo, shouldn't he have, a way to save people? Like that's how the turtle van always made sense to me. It's like if you're gonna go and save people at a mall, you can at least put a bunch in the turtle van and get them out of there, something like that. Just different scenarios. But yeah, Xbox, man. Everything is fine in the land of Xbox, and there's nothing wrong and nothing different with them deciding to put 4 games on, PlayStation 5, Switch. They didn't even say where they're gonna put those games really, but yeah, they could be spread across. Like, oh yeah, 2 going to Switch and 2 going to PS5. Or all of them going to PS5 and only 2 going to Switch or something like that. You never know. You never know. But they was going crazy over nothing. Over absolute nothing. But yeah, shout out to everybody who came through and tuned in to this episode of the NX Podcast. Shout out to Ibster, Duke Togo, Digital Green Tea, Jack Gates. Who else came through? Everybody who watched in the chat, who didn't, post in the chat, but everybody who watched still, I appreciate you coming through. Dennis PC Gaming always coming through. Man, I appreciate y'all tuning in and watching this, choosing me to watch this with. And yeah, I'll see y'all on the next stream soon enough. Until the next one, this is where I leave you. This is where I bid you adieu and say farewell. All right, so I'll see y'all later. Peace.